welcome to Home Cinema and Tech Review. In this video, I'd like to review my 6 months experienced, used, daily basis or casual basis Epson TW7000. I'm going to share my experiences and give my conclusion in the beginning because I've tested this device a lot in the channel. So I will refer a couple of videos around the corners and at the bottom of this video's description because I made a detailed menu settings of this device. I compared this 4K projector Epson TW7000 with my Xiaomi Ultra Short Throw projector 4K laser projector early that I own. Right now I'm using Epson LS300, more bright but full HD projector, and I will later on review this projector too. Right now what we are projecting is from Epson TW7000, and the image that you see is 92-inch screen, and probably image is 85-ish. And this is an ALR screen from Vivid Storm. So what you are seeing is pretty good, very good colored image, and we can tune a lot. And I'm going to share all my experience over the 6 months, and I will be probably selling this projector because right now I have too many projectors and I want to create space at home and also at the office and the studio. So first thing is first, what's the positives of this device? This device has, let me just take a look at the specs on the web page, 0.61 inch C2 fine big sensor, and we got big lens right in front of it. That's why this projector is not cheap, which I will come in the end of the video probably. We got 3000 lumens of light power, and I measured it when I was comparing with the Wambu Mozart 1. I detailedly measured this device. It's giving about 78, I remember correctly, or 75.8-ish. So you can go back and check the Xiaomi video and comparison. All the links will be in the description, don't worry. So I'm not going to talk about too much or showing and making this video quite long for you. The resolution we got is 4K, and we got 16:9 ratio, that's normal, 40,000 to 1 contrast, which is one of the most important parts of this projector. We got very good contrast, very good colors. We got a lamp life of 3,500 to 5,000, which is not bad for big size and this years of projectors. This is not a 2023, 2024-ish next gen LED laser projector. This is a bulb style projector, and it's been a while that it's been created, so that's acceptable. But what is good about this, I made a dedicated video. What is it about? Like, this device has lens shift. Let me just shift the lens and show you a little bit, but you can watch my detailed video. So I can move the screen without moving the projector, and it's extremely useful. You don't have to put the projector right 90 degrees straight to the screen, so that way you can have an angle, like put it around a 30-35 degree angle, and you can move the screen up and down also. Let me just move it up and move it down. That will give you the perfect eye angle without moving the projector. That's an ideal setup. So if you have this setting, that's a great thing to have for a long throw projector. And we got 10 bits of video processing colors, and we got all the details on the screen will be seen easily. So there is a 3D support and hertz levels for it. Though color reproduction, we got 1.07 billions of colors, and we got HDR10 and HLG. And this device, believe me when I say so, has a great HDR settings and color tones. So if you're onto the color and cinematography for this amount of price, if you're not going to go to the GVC or like Barco or high-end Optoma, some of the cinematic Optoma ViewSonic models, or true 4K Sony models, so this device is definitely delivering quite a bit of good colors and sharp image. One of the most important part that I showed you early in the other videos, we got quite a bit of zoom range with this device, and the throw ratio is 1.32 to 2.15 to 1, and the manual focus we have right now, it could be a manual focus, it's not automatic, but we got huge zoom. Let me just show you how small it can get and how big it can get. This device has, let me just sharpen it again. This device has 1.62, which means 60% zoom. It's crazy. So you can go like 120 to like 75-inch TV size and then go like 120. It's crazy amount of zoom that you have. Then you can watch daily-based TV style and increase the size and watch it as a cinema content. So that's one of the best things that you can have. And we got lens shift like 60 plus minus 60 degree, 60% of vertical and 24 to horizontal. And we got screen size from 40 inches to 500 inches. So if you're going to go big, you cannot handle it with the ultra short throws. Most of the time, ultra short throws end up around 150 inch. You can create 500 inches if you have a dark room. When I mention this, because when you go big, you lose the power output. So you definitely need to have a black room for 3000 lumens of light. And we got f numbers on the lens, which is important. I told you in other videos too. We got 1.49, which means about 1.5 f to 1.77. This is a great for a zoom lens, 1.5 to 1.7-ish. This is a great lens. Without losing too much of a light, you can zoom 60%, and it's great to have an option. So everything countdown, we got USB ports at the back, we got USB 2 amp power port, and we got USB 2.0 mini B port, HDMI 2X HDMI ports supporting 4K, and also Bluetooth support and jack. But what we are lacking is speakers. There is no speaker, none, nada. So let me just start with the positives and negatives. We got huge zoom. We got 3 LCD best colors that you can have for the price. We got no color fringing, okay. We got 60 Hz stable device. We got HDR settings, and we can tune everything like we want to. I will show you some, but you can check the other videos because I don't want to keep this video long. So what we are lacking is a lamp life, size, weight, and some sort of cost if it's an issue, but I will come into that in the end of the video. And I guess that's about it. The minus part is it, and the latency is probably about 50 milliseconds-ish. So it's not ideal for DLP projectors like gaming, for my like Optoma UHD35 and some of the ViewSonic models. And the BenQ also have a lot of DLP models that you can play Full HD 240 Hz with the Texas Instrument chip, and you can also use it 60 Hz when it comes down to the 4K, but you can switch back to the gaming mode in the Full HD. You got 4.2 milliseconds-ish chipset. So if you have the same chipset with those DLP projectors like my Optoma UHD35 early in the channel, you can definitely play games quite fast-paced. But if you're a casual gamer like me, and I was connected to the Xbox Series X, I played the Forza Horizon, and also I played FIFA, I played Assassin's Creed, and any kind of like third-person casual game will be enough. And if you enjoy Flight Simulator with a huge screen, you can definitely enjoy it with the huge screen. Let me tell you that in advance. So this is way better than any TV experience that you get. But the reason that you see the contrast here, because this device has 40,000 to 1 contrast ratio. Not everything is brightness. And one other thing, Vivid Storm ALR just makes this possible contrast because the screen is ALR and I'm projecting like an ultra short throw projector a little bit below. And if I go a little bit more down, I will create a brighter image because this projector screen tend to get the perfect colors at just a little bit below. But in the sake of video and show you the projector in total, I want to keep this angle. So this is not ideal angle for this screen. So believe me when I say so, you can even get lot brighter image. By the way, right now we are in eco mode. So what about the minuses? The price probably about in the second-hand market around, let's just say $1,000, $900 to $1,000 in second-hand. Probably if you can find 7,000 or Epson's TW7100, it will be about $1,500 level. It's not extremely high, but you can definitely buy a 75-inch QLED 144 Hz TV. So instead of 75-inch TV, if you decide a big picture like 150, you can't go wrong with that. But definitely you have options. Like if you want the 75 to 85 QLED entry level, or just step up to the mid-level quality to big TV, you can definitely buy this sort of price a TV, but you will never get 150 to 500 inch, depending on how much space that you get, a picture out of a TV. And you have to, somehow adjust your TV to get big. You can't enlarge your TV, but you can small your projector. I made a detailed tutorial about all these, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. But the person that sold me this projector in the second hand, he told me that he bought a second-hand 75 QLED Samsung TV with the 120 Hz because he was playing with the PS5 and he wanted the big TV. But 75, right now I'm projecting probably about 85 and above. And if I go 1 meter back, I can create 110, 120 inch image. So that's up to you. And if you're wondering the throwing ratio, this device is not a short throw projector. So this is one of the reasons probably you might not want to think about it, or you might want to think about it, because the throw ratio is important. I made whole another tutorial how you can calculate before purchase, how you can check for every projector in the market. Just click and type the model that you have, and you can calculate the distance that you're going to have. You're going to have the zoom, you're going to have the distance. You can calculate everything like I show you in that video. So after the end of this video, just go around the corners and watch the other videos that related to this topic. Reason that I'm not going to show you this projector in the detail, because I compared it with the 4K UHD Xiaomi projector that I got, and in that video I made it clear with every details in the menu. I just compared each one of them, and I compared what you can get from same price ultra short throw or same price long throw, which long throw definitely beats everything of same price ultra short throw, because ultra short throws are much more expensive. They are throwing from short distance, and their lenses or technologies are more difficult to produce, and they are expensive. Most of the time they have better audio equipment too. So the negatives are also this device doesn't have a speaker, so you have to find a solution, Bluetooth, or and this device is not smart, so you have to add a $50 probably a good 4K dongle. I am using Realme 4K dongle with a native Android TV inside, but you can use a Google TV dongle from Google to get it updated more frequently. And also you can buy something like an NVIDIA Shield, or you can use definitely a console like me from here, Xbox Series X. But also you can go for old style consoles like Xbox, maybe even cheaper consoles, Xbox Series S or Xbox One X, which I've used early in the channel. You can buy them around 100 bucks, 150 bucks, 4K projector, Xbox One X. And you're going to be lacking the SSD speed, so it will be slow opening and closing if you're not going to upgrade the SSD inside. So definitely I made all these things in the channel. I just explained many of the things. You can go back and forth. The reason that I'm recommending, and who am I recommending, if you are crazy about the picture quality, cinema quality, and also if you're really enthusiast about colors, accuracy, you're definitely going to love this projector. Even though this is not a true 4K but a pixel shift in 4K, you're not going to regret the picture quality. Let me just show you right now. The color mode is in the dynamic, because its dynamic is like kind of like high level of this device. You can go neutral, little low. You can also go bright cinema and improve the brightness. And you can go HDR and tune the HDR settings, even go more bright, or get the, as you can see, I can tone them down and catch the blues, okay? Let's just go look above. I can catch the sea. But every time that I push a normal video to extreme HDR 10 settings, I lose, of course, a little bit of brightness, because that's how the projectors work. It's not a TV, it's not OLED or QLED, everything behind it, it's like don't have a light source. So, but you can definitely create, let's just catch the clouds. I can catch the clouds by moving it. So we got huge amount of space that we can move back and forth, and it can deliver huge details. And by the way, you can connect it to Xbox Series X and play with the HDR. You can get great results, believe me. So right now we are in the eco mode. Let me just show you that. Right now power consumption is eco. When I move it on the bright high side, brightness increase hugely, and we can again decrease the brightness with playing the HDRs, but how the dark pictures even look like a TV. Also, it's because of the screen, and also definitely 40,000 to 1 contrast ratio. I will go to the eco mode again. Again, like I told you, I'm not going to show you every bit of detail of this menu, but you can check it out at the bottom of this description if you're wondering about this projector. Over my 6-month experience, all I can tell you is, if you're going to buy something for cinema, if you're looking for 4K projector, you should definitely check this out because of the 3 LCD, good colors, no color fringing. But if you're a gamer, you should be probably considering half the price DLP $800 to $900 Optoma, BenQ, or ViewSonic DLP projectors. They are going to be brighter, but probably they are not going to give you the same contrast. Probably they will be around 1,000 to 30,000 to 1 instead of 40, maybe even less sometimes. And the color wasn't accurate with my Optoma EH-TW7000. I used it about, again, 6 months to around 1 year-ish. I've used it for a long time, and I still do own an Optoma EH-TW7000. That's why I'm going to sell this projector and keep the Optoma for gaming. I'm going to use ultra short throw for cinema, and probably I might go for OLED or QLED TV behind the screen and change the setup for the channel and for the sake of testing new hardware. So if you enjoyed this video until now, everything could be seen at the bottom of this description with the links. I've compared this projector with Xiaomi, and I made it in the detail with the menus, so you can check every detail in the menu. Don't worry about the lamp life of this. 5,000 hours is a long time. Even in the eco mode, 3,500 is a long time. Every day, if you play 2 hours, just a couple of TV series or Netflix series, and watch the news, like me, I was using this daily. 2 hours after work, every day, if you use it, 5,000 hours makes it 2,500 days, and it's about 8 years. And if you do double or triple at the weekends, let's just say 6 years, and the lamp cost is about $50 for, let's just call it 5 years, and you're playing 4 hours a day, and $50, 5 years makes $10 per year. It's not a lot of money, and these things are built like a tank, and you can change the bulb and continue. You just have to keep them clean, and they have huge filters. I never regret any of my Epson projectors if I didn't open them and touched inside. Without that, you probably won't be having any problem. Lens shift and the great zoom and quite a bit of good objective will give you the picture quality of this. So you won't be regretting this. But if you're going to compare it in the long run with JM Go, Xkimi, 4Movie, LED or laser projectors, with some sort of much more contrast and long LED or laser light source life, and with the smart functions, many of them doesn't have 3,000 lumens of power. So consider this: if you're going to buy 2,000 instead of 3,000, you're going to lack the power, and you're going to probably lack the zoom, because this thing has 1.6x zoom, which means you can zoom in and make it 75 and zoom out and get a 120. So from the same distance, that's a great flexibility. You can use it 75 as a TV with a lot more contrast, and you can, bam, zoom out and you can get a 120 in the same distance. That's great stuff. So the bulbs are cheap, and if you're going to get a probably projector with a smart, you're going to stick up, you're going to, sticking up with the only smart function that you have with those projectors, because they tend to have a built-in Android, and their Android versions are not going to be upgraded like the Google-owned 4K dongle. So I would prefer $50 Google dongle, add on to this, or NVIDIA Shield, or buying a console with a 4K gaming console capabilities. So it's up to you. If I were you, for the cinema room, definitely this gets the job done, and probably for the price. And by the way, you can find the Epson TW7000 quite a bit of cheap compared to the LEDs, lasers, and getting popular. You will be happy in the second-hand market you can definitely find with a good price. But otherwise, if you're going to purchase brand new 7100 to TW series, you might want to check the prices and compare the models. I'm not saying this is the best perfect projector, but this is probably the way to go if you're considering good colors, picture quality, accuracy, zoom, all in one. But that's not definitely 50 milliseconds, and it's not a fast-paced gaming projector. If you're going to thinking PS5 and Xbox Series X and fast-paced gaming, other than that, I guess there's no good option. And let me just show you one thing, but you will see everything at the detail menu, because I don't want to mess this up. If you go to the advanced RGB CMY, I can move hue, saturation, brightness for RGB CMY. I can tune the colors wherever I like. That's a crazy setup. So many of the new Android devices doesn't have this sort of tune up. Like, it's at least especially below the 3000 level devices doesn't have extremely detailed menus. So if you go above $3,000 for ultra short throw, you can definitely have. But if you go to the laser LED XGIMI or JM Go style projectors, for this price, for this projector's price, around $1,000 in the second hand, for brand new, you can only find probably full HD versions. And the 4K versions of the LED Anker Nebula or laser Anker Nebula or JM Go or XGIMI will probably pass this device's price. So it's up to you. Like, if you're going to buy a device with the Android built in, it's not a bad thing, it's a good thing. I love those projectors too. They tend to have autofocus, those better functions, but they're going to be lacking the lens shift probably, and they're going to be lacking the zoom range definitely, and they're going to be probably some sort of loss on the brightness. Around 2000 maybe they are, but this is 3000. So check out the specs and decide what do you want to do. But don't forget, if you're going to watch bigger than 100-inch, 3000 lumen is a good thing to have. Like, if you're going to keep it small around 100-inch, you might live with the 2000 lumens of power, but it's up to you. So again, I'm not making a judgment here. I shared my overall 6-month experience. So I hope you enjoyed, and you will find the comparison video with the Xiaomi 4K. You can see the details, and I compared it with the same amount of money, long throw or short throw, which one to buy, why. All these tutorials will be in the screen, so you won't be missing anything. Believe me, even if you didn't see the whole menu and I didn't show you the console gaming, I showed you early in the channel. So you can check out the other videos and tutorials. Don't forget about subscription and liking the videos, and at least say hi or thank you for the comment section, because YouTube loves the comments. I hope to see you in the next video, Home Cinema and Tech Review. Bye.